MLB The Show is your home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Cats and the Force. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Mike Soroka will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
We're getting a look at one of the top young right-handers in all of baseball. The Braves have had some great starting pitching over the years, and they've developed another one here in Soroka. Big-time sink on his fastball, great secondary pitches. Basically, he's one of the top pitchers in the game.
First pitch of the AB now. Starling Marte is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0.
First pitch, 7:06.
And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Our Game 1 thermostat, about what you'd expect for October, 55 degrees at first pitch. Now the 2-0.
Nope, that's a ball.
Wade Boggs waits on deck. The 3-0 pitch on its way.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
Little chopper back to the mound. And it's one away. Here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. What's this club going to need to focus on this evening, Mark?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today. And they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
Hit on the ground to third. He's got it. On the swing to the first, and there are 2 away now.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 5, Jeff Bagwell.
Next, here is Jeff Bagwell. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. The pitch. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and strike.
That's not a pitch he misses very often. He knows he should have done something with that one.
Here it comes on 1-1. Grounded back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Nice AB right there. A little potential for some 2-out lightning. Getting the cleanup hitter to the dish after the first 2 batters of the inning were retired.
Ready now is Ken Griffey Jr. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the two-out single.
Yeah, that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Now here's the first offering.
Nope. Nope, 1-0. Nope, that's right, ball 2.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
3-0
Ball,
now.
second time.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
Ready with the 3-0.
Hey! What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Bagwell is off at first with 2 away. Here's a bouncer foul to the left side, and the count will move ahead now to 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. The 3-2 one more time. On the ground to the right side. Freeman is up with it. And will step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. On now to the bottom of inning number 1 with no score after a half an inning. Chris Paddock gets the call in hostile territory here for Game 1 of the division series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Lots of potential in this right arm here in Chris Paddock. Big, strong guy, throws good. 94 to 97 miles an hour. Live fastball. He'll throw it up in the zone. He'll throw an occasional 2-seam fastball down in the zone also. Needs to work a little bit more on his secondary pitches. One of the keys for Chris Paddock, getting ahead strike 1 so he can use the array of off-speed pitches.
Joe Morgan is the batter now as he looks at a bowl of 1-0. Pitch on the way. Fastball well outside. Two and 1 to Joe Morgan. Now 2-2.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell
Batting
behind
second.
2-0 to start
Not
the at-bat.
shortstop.
That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
At the plate, Michael Young, as he sends it on the ground to first. Fielded cleanly by Bagwell. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third. No left
Now
fielder.
to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. What's the key for a home victory tonight, Giro?
Well, Matt, the key for me to success for this lineup is they got to be willing to come through in big spots. They got to stick to the game plan. Somebody's going to have to get a knock with 2 outs and find a way to not leave base runners stranded.
Juan Soto to the plate now. As he'll go after the first pitch to him, comes up empty. It's strike 1. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. wind up and the 0-1. Pops this one up, and no one will get this one.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Nope,
Trying to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. He'll try again, 1-2. Ball 2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Bounce to first. Bagwell has it, and will step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Second inning set to go, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Ernie Banks.
The shortstop, Ernie Banks.
First pitch on its way. And she'll take a full strike here on the borderline pitch. It's strike 1. Soroka has a reputation as a strike thrower, although that doesn't often result in a ton of strikeouts. A typical start may find him with a low walk total and the ball in play a lot.
Matty, he's what they call today one of those pitch-to-contact kind of guys. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He relies a lot on his defense, and one of the keys, he's not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. With that said, he needs some defense behind him because he's not going to get a whole lot of swings and misses.
To 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located in that spot.
Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No score here as we play in number 2. Foul tip held on to behind the plate at strike 2. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. Now the pitch. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. Hayes backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Batting 7.
And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. Next to hit, Adam Dunn. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Done with that open stance, and here's the pitch. Got him swinging, and that's the third out.
for the Phillies, the center fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, this ball is hammered out to deep center field. Junior looks up. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. So it's a solo shot to dead center. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
The first baseman, Freddie
He'll take a changeup
Freeman.
to strike one. His career numbers against this pitcher, he's hitless in 6 tries. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. Freeman is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Bases are empty here, nobody out.
Ball.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
The struggles continue, but that happens when you're not able to locate your secondary pitches. You become a one-pitch pitcher. He needs to start to get those secondary pitches over really fast.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive to right center. Hey, that ball's going to be way out of here. Back-to-back home run. Solo home run off the bat of Freddie Freeman as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Batting
Batting
now,
fifth.
Sean Green.
The right fielder, Sean
As the first pitch to him is off that
Green.
plate for a ball 1-0. Now here's another one. Again, belted to deep right. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well. He's able to get it over the right fielder's head. One hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
In now, Darren Humphrey. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
batting eighth.
You always
The
want to
third
see the
baseman,
curve break a lot, but
Keith
this one breaks
Bryant.
a little bit too
Hey.
much. Comes all the way across the plate and nicks the batter.
Key Brian Hayes digging in now. Turned on down the line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. As he arrives at second without play, there's a run will score on the play as well.
He is not missing
The
around
pitcher.
that at bat. Looking for a first pitch fastball over the weight, and that's exactly what he got. Nice job to rip it down the line and driving a run at the same time. He'll feel good about that one.
Here's Buster Posey now. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. The 1-0. It's a fastball that misses.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now, he needs to think about this hitter.
Now the 2-0 is swung on and missed. Strike one.
I kind of like the aggressive attitude right here. I know he's in a jam. What does he do? He goes to his best stuff, and that's the fastball.
Humphrey, the runner at third. Hayes is at second with nobody out.
That's ball three.
Not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Popped him up. Bonds over to his right. One down.
Now
okay,
back,
here's a
second
defense for the
baseman,
away team.
Joe
And I'm locking in today on defensive
Morgan.
extraordinaire David Fletcher. This is a guy that can beat you on the defensive side. He's got great hands, quick feet, great reaction time, loves turning the double play. They love having him out there.
Into the box, Joe Morgan. And he'll take a look at ball one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here it comes, 1-0. 2-0.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
Now the 2-0 home. Outside, 3-0 now.
And remember here, there's an open base at first, so a walk is not the worst thing that could happen right here.
Fouled away. The 3-1. Center field. Griffey waits on it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And that'll bring home another as they open it up to a 4-0 advantage now.
Usually when you score a lot of runs in one inning like this inning, you're doing a lot of things right. And how about this? A sac fly to drive in another run. They have to be happy with this.
Stepping in next, Michael Young, runner in scoring position with Sugan. First pitch coming, here it is. And he'll take a look at ball one.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
Tough to do much with that one. A swing and a miss. Four runs here in this half inning. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon. And this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
Now the 2-1 is taken, ball three.
Well, he's been laboring a bit through these first two innings of work. That's 37 pitches. And ideally, he'd be closer to 27 instead.
And it's fouled away. The pop-up now. Bagwell is there, and the inning is over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. Los Angeles is on top 4-0. Now at the plate is David Fletcher, and they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already.
They've gotten a gut punch to start this game. There's no doubt about this, but that's when you have to turn the scoreboards off. Everybody do their job one at bat at a time.
Acuna is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting 9th, the catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
So 1 down, no one aboard. And up to bat next, it'll be the catcher, Kyle Higashioka. Here's the first pitch to him. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language.
A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. Posey's got it, and the throw to first is there to record the second out.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt, and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Here's Starling Marte. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Swing and miss. A little too anxious there. 1-1.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
The 1-1 is taken for ball 2. This is on the ground over the first. Freeman's got it. Go to first with time to spare. The side is retired. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and taking into bat next, the ever-dangerous Juan
The
Soto.
left fielder, Juan Soto.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Boggs fields it cleanly, and the throw on first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield.
Number 13,
One away.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now.
In the last at-bat, that breaking ball was really tough in the zone. Not a good spot for a pitcher to throw the off-speed pitch. If he wants to come back and throw that in this at-bat, he'd better get it down below the knees.
In there, no balls and a strike. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Here comes the 1-2.
I got to count 2-2.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
1 out, nobody on. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so his work is full now. It's 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
The first baseman, number 5.
So the bases are empty here.
Ready.
With 2 gone. And into the next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. Solo shot to right center. His second of the game as they extend the lead to 5-0.
Wow, nothing more demoralizing than giving up 3 home runs in the first 3 innings of a game. There's having a guy's number, and then there's absolutely owning him. This could be the latter.
Number 15, John.
And there's a swing and an off-speed pitch to start him out. Nothing in 1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But add on 1 more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. We played 3 full, and the lead is now 5-0. All set for the start of the 4th. And standing in is the veteran third baseman, Pumas. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. As it's grounded sharply to first. Freeman is up with it. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The first baseman, number 5, Jeff Bagwell.
And stepping in, Jeff Bagwell singled in his last at-bat.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
Nice strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Hey, you could tell right there the hitter was almost fooled by that pitch, expecting the nasty slider to break down and away, and had hung in the middle of the plate. Too late for him to pull the trigger.
The windup and the 0-1. A bouncer to the left side, scooped up. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
The center fielder, number 24, Ken Griffey Jr.
Up next, Ken Griffey Jr. 0-for-1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the AB now. No balls and 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a liner, but foul.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. Striding forward now is the DH. Darren Humphrey. Last time up, he was hit by
The
a pitch.
designated hitter, Darren
First pitch on the way.
Humphrey.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
This offense is absolutely feasting on these count leverage situations. If he's going to have any chance of feeling good about his effort tonight, this pitcher has got to get back in the strike zone.
3-0 to him now. Into the windup and the pitch.
Hey, usually the second time through the order you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And he fouls this one off. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0.
Third baseman.
So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
Into the box now, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Hit hard but foul. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up.
That's a ball.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High pop-up. Bagwell waits on it. 2 gone.
The bat.
That's
The
exactly
catcher.
what they wanted out of that
Buster.
pitch up in the zone. They took him off the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
And that'll bring up Buster Posey. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch fastball for strike 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Pitch on the way. Swing and a little blooper to center. Fletcher will put this one away, and the side is retired. And now here is Ernie Banks. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The shortstop. Ernie Banks.
Here's the first pitch. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
Boy, they were just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Shoots this one over the first. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The right fielder.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
One out, base is empty, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. First offering on its way.
No,
Below
that's
the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Big swing and miss at the changeup, a ball and a strike. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
1 out, nobody on. Fouled off. The next 1-2 pitch. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. On the ground at first, and there are 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 44, Adam Dunn.
Now they'll have to deal here with Adam Dunn. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Well thrown sinker that time down, but in the strike zone. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled away.
Man, he's in control of all his weapons right here. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And Dunn able to hold off on that one. Smart move there as it's 1-2.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3.
Your
John
attention,
Gant,
please.
6'4"
Now
right-hander, comes in out of the
John
bullpen to do the pitching.
Gant.
Now at the plate, here is Joe Morgan. Notched an RBI on the sac fly in his previous turn at the plate.
Joe Morgan.
And now the first pitch.
Nope.
The 1-0 is in off the plate.
That's inside.
Look out.
Nope.
All
That's
over the
inside.
place now. 3-0.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
The 3-1.
Hey.
One of my favorite pitches in the game right there. The old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
Fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner, and a pretty generous corner at that, as that's the first down of the inning. And
The
there's
batter,
a final
number
look at
10.
the numbers for the
Shortstop,
starter in this one.
Michael.
Clearly not the postseason outing he had envisioned.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
On the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
There's a hard-hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get
The
a
left
glove on
fielder,
it.
number
Hard single up
23.
the middle.
Yeah, watch
Wow.
your lips right there, Dad. Something
Good
right
one.
there in front of you.
Here now is Juan Soto, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. 0-1, here it comes. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach
Now
grabs you on the
batting,
way back to
center
the dugout
fielder,
to have a little
Ronald
chat about your
Acuna
approach. Not a lot of
Jr.
positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
So now to the plate, Ronald Acuna, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
Young leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Now a swing, and this ball is crushed straight away center field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Two-run shot to straightaway center. His second home run of the game as this lead swells to 7-0.
Well, he's obviously very comfortable in the spotlight here. In the postseason, everything is amplified. Runs mean more, and every pitch counts, especially when you make a mistake as bad as this one. Missed his location, and he takes it out of here in a heartbeat.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie.
So next up will be Freeman. 2 home runs already to his name in this one, and we'll see if he could possibly strike again. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And another foul ball. Here's another 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. 5 innings complete. It's now 7-0. Now at the plate, David Fletcher to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent today.
Yeah, I think if I'm the hitting coach right here, Matty, I'm telling the offense to get aggressive. Just seems like we've been going too deep in counts, and this guy has got exploding stuff on the mound. So I would tell them get overly aggressive on a heater in the middle of the plate early.
First offering on its way.
Oh, that's it.
Out in front as he grounds this one to short. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now back, the catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
Digging in next, Kyle Higashioka struck out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
High and deep to left. This one's got solo shot here to left, and they're now on the board, though still well behind.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
Digging in next will be Starling Marte. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-0. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Morgan ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman, Wade Boggs.
Next up, Wade Boggs. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch coming. Here it is.
He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Green waits on it,
and that's the third out. But not before they answer back here with a solo home run. On to the bottom of the 6th. The Force are out in front here, 7-1. Bottom of the inning now. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Sean Green.
The right fielder, Sean Green.
Set and the pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Good eye there by Green as he lays off, and it's 2-0 now.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you've got to at least throw strikes here.
The 2-0 on the way.
Ball 3.
Darren Humphrey is on deck. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
The 3-1. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Man, when you don't get a call to pitch that
Now
good,
batting,
you have
the
to wonder if maybe
designated
it's personal.
Darren
You can't blame him for being
Humphrey.
angry, but he's got to find a way to move on and focus on the next batter.
So next to bat will be Darren Humphrey, struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Good speed at first and good speed with a guy at the dish. It's going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, you got to get rid of it quick.
Nope.
Ball 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one yanked just foul. In the dirt, and now let's see. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Well, now might be a good time to make a visit to the mound. Your pitcher walks the first batter and allows him to get into scoring position with the wild pitch. Got to settle him down and make sure everything's all right physically.
Hit out towards second. Reined in. And that's at number 1.
Now back.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time. And that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Standing in now, Brian Hayes, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 1-0.
Ball 2. 2-0.
This is on the ground over to first. And a take to the bag and shot for the second out. But meanwhile, the run is in the still.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on the ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
J.D. Wendelken, 6'1" right-hander, will be the one to get the call from the bullpen here. Next to dig in, Buster Posey. They'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Now the pitch. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. 1-1.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. He's got it. So the first beats him easily, and the side is retired. So they scratch across a run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on. On to the 7th here in game 1. The Force lead it 8-1. Into the box, Jeff Bagwell. A hit in 2 tries so far.
The first baseman, Jeff Bagwell.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Line shot to first, and there's 1 away.
The center fielder, number 24, Ken Griffey Jr.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ken Griffey Jr. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. Green looks up. Gone! A solo shot for Junior, and this lead has been cut to just 6 now.
Well, this is what makes this guy so hard to pitch to. He has that rare combination of speed and power. You don't want to walk him and have him get on first base. So what happens, you throw him a strike, and he can hit the ball out of the ballpark like he did just there.
At the plate, Ernie Banks. As he would look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. No hits to this point. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Two and one now.
You know, most people would be surprised he took that right there, because that looked like it was in his home hole. He had to obviously be sitting on something else.
3-1
swing over the heart of the plate.
The 3-1 pitch. Is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. Ton of rotation on that ball. You could almost see the red dot from up here. Nasty depth.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of his own.
Next, it'll be Bryce Harper. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. And she'll take strike 1 on the inside corner.
You got to let guys auto-taking you 0-0 if you're on the mound. You could steal that first strike, and now you go to work, just picking apart the corners.
The 0-1 on its way. Harper swings and sends a ball well hit out to right. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A 2-run home run here for Bryce Harper, as it is now an 8-4 ball game. This one has turned into a slugfest of Ruthian proportions. 7 combined big flies. You guys remember seeing anything like that in a while?
Dan Plesac, somebody please stop the bleeding. His pitching staff on both sides are getting absolutely embarrassed. This is one of those days where you're sitting watching this game as a bullpen. You see this starting to unfold on both sides of the plate. This is one as a bullpen guy. You're sitting out there going, oh, Mr. Wizard, I don't want to be a pitcher today.
0 for 2 for him to this point. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
That's a ball.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Now the 2-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1. 3 runs already home here. Change-up taken for ball 3, well below the zone.
Well, that's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And a great location that time on the corner. 3-2 now. Right side and right into the chip. Takes to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman, David Fletcher.
Now to bat, David Fletcher. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch on its way. Swing and a liner. Acuna gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Force on top 8-4. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Joe Morgan will try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Morgan.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Oh and 1, here it comes.
1-1.
That misses 1-1. Here it comes. And it's 1
I
and
got
2.
1 and 2.
Now here's the pitch. And he can't get out of the way there. So the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
And I'll tell you, this
The
is
batter,
the
number
last
10.
guy in the lineup who
Shortstop,
want to put on base for free.
Michael.
He's probably feeling a little salty after getting drilled, and he's got speed to burn, so look for him to try and make something happen out there.
In now, Michael Young. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1.
Love the fact that he's not scared to go right back inside with another fastball. I know he hit the last guy, but if he's going to have success, he's got to establish that pitch in.
Morgan on at first, nobody out.
That's ball 2.
Changeup stays outside and it's behind 2-0.
No strike.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
But he's hardy on that swing as it's well wide at first.
That's ball
3-1 now, and I think he wanted to know where that one was.
He drilled the previous batter, and now he falls behind 3-1 to this guy. The last thing you can do, though, is throw a fastball middle of the plate right here.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
The left fielder, number 23. Juan
Next up is Juan Soto. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
Awesome execution right there. Great pitcher's pitch and an excellent job to get ahead in a tough spot.
And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. As a look, now the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now. None out, runners at first and second. Just hung in there on that one. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job
The
there
center
of
fielder,
exploiting
number
that. That can be
13,
real hard for some guys to
Ronald
overcome
Acuna
when teams start figuring
Jr.
out what locations you just can't handle.
Ladies and
Dylan
gentlemen,
Floro takes
your
the mound to
attention
try to
please.
get out of this mess.
Now pitching.
There are 2 on
Dylan
with only 1 away. Ronald Acuna stands in looking for a home run number 3 right here as you see what he's done so far in this one. First pitch coming, here it is. We'll start him here with a changeup,
Yep,
but it's
1-0.
taken for ball 1. Lifetime against this particular arm, he's 1 for 4. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Harper is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie.
Now to the plate. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. misses, ball one. Two men are on with two men out. And it's fouled away. Hard hit ball towards the hole. And that is into right field. The base hit. The throw to the plate. And he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run. A great throw from the outfield to cut down the run and end the inning. Certainly worth another look. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Seth Elledge has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth. Kyle Higashioka stride in one more time and can flash you back to earlier. This is a big blow right here as he leaves the yard with plenty to spare. First pitch on its way. And he takes ball one. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups for doing absolute damage today. One of the most fun watches of the year.
You know, D-Row, what this shows me is this new age way of guys going up there, and they're swinging hard. You need to make good pitches, quality pitches. And if you don't have command of the fastball, you're in for a long day.
And now, meanwhile, here's a ball headed out to a deep left center field. And this is going to clear the wall, a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field is second of the game, as it's now an 8-5 ball game. This has been quite a hitting display from both sides. That's home run number 8 on the day.
Matty V, I don't know what this is. D-Row, is this bad pitching or good hitting?
I think you have to credit both offenses today. They both came in with game plans. We walked around during batting practice. They were both super confident. Nobody is missing a bat.
Starling Marte is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. No outs, nobody on. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
If you're on the mound right here, you got to trust your catcher and execute. You know who's coming up to the plate.
The 2-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Base is empty here with nobody out. This one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
3-1. Takes a strike for a full count down 3-2.
Four-seam heater right down the middle. I would have thought he popped the clutch on that pitch.
Hit on the ground out to short. Not in time as he's able to leg it out.
He's one of the best shortstops in the game, but he's going to tell you right there, he had to take the extra step because a little bit of a fumble in that glove forced him to have to gather himself, and it cost him.
But the runner's back easily. Here's the Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. As he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
1-1.
Marte aboard here at first with nobody out. Hit hard to the right side. And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by on the base hit. The hold at second, and there are two aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in two places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right there at that on the ball.
That's a tough thing to make a quality pitch, and the guy shoots one to the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
First pitch of the AB now. As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
Hey, the bullpen needs to step up in this situation. I got to believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
First and second here with nobody out. This one's too far inside, ball 2.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down the way or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the hardwood plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Down low, and the clock thickens here. 3-0.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down to the zone will get him an out.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
It was obvious when the count went to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Giovanni Gallegos. Somebody in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out. Jr. will stand in against the new pitcher, and he couldn't ask for a better scenario as he stands in with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Yeah, Matt, that last AB was a changeup that was way up in the zone, and that ball got smoked. Listen, if you're going to throw that changeup, you have to try to keep that thing at the knees or below. He can ill afford to throw waist-high to belt-high changeups.
Now the first pitch.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Kicks and deals. 3-0 now. And it misses, ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Wow, they went to the pen because they like the matchup. And what does he do? He walks the first guy he faces to bring in a run. So much for that strategy. Makes you wonder if they'll turn to him again next time in this situation.
Tim LeCastro will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 18, Tim.
Stepping in is Ernie Banks. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. First pitch on its way. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
0-2 count. He could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Not on that one as it's fouled away, and the count holds at 1-2. Not on that one. Very close, but it's to 2-2 now.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up and really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
And he gets him swinging. What a big out there as there is now one away.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand. So they end up chasing when there is protection.
Here's Bryce Harper now. Swing and let the ball foul off to the left and out of play. Harper behind with an 0-2 count now.
He's got a chance to ring that back-to-back base here, and that would be huge in this situation.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again.
He's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
The next 0-2. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
1 out with possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. A double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
From the belt, the pitch.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high, hard fastball.
At the plate now, Adam Dunn. He'll fall behind here as he goes after a fastball that might have been out of the zone. It's strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Short, hit hard. Oh, look at this sliding stop. Hey now. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they leave the bases loaded. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. Los Angeles is out in front, 8-6. Hector Rondon is on the pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Hector Rondon. Now
Victor
playing first
Caratini is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll be for the veteran outfielder, Sean Green.
Sean Green.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
0-1.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. strike.
Oh, forget about this one. Bob Bowie. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So Sean Green with the solo home run as they jump ahead by 3. Wow, 9 home runs. Hero, Dan, when's the last time you saw a power performance like this from 2 competing teams?
Matty D, I can't ever recall 9 home runs in a game, Hero. This has been a case of bad pitching, good hitting, and guys getting pitches to hit and not missing.
Now batting.
Yeah, Dan, we
The
got to love
designated
both
hitter.
offenses right
Here
now. I
is
don't think if you paid the price of
Humphrey.
admission for a ticket in the last decade, you're seeing a combined 9 home runs hit.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one. That one either. It's 2-0. Rondon, a right-hander standing 6'3". He's a 9-year major league vet. Here comes the 2-0 pitch.
3-0.
And obviously this guy's a double threat up there. He can run and he can go yard too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about
Now
walking that guy.
the
He's
third
capable
baseman,
of taking you deep every time he
Ryan.
digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
So now here is Ke'Bryan Hayes, grounded out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at-bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
No balls and a strike to count. A 1 pitch on its way. And they go away here. It's a cold strike. 0-2. So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back. But I think he might throw it here.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Jeez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him
Now
when the
batting,
swing came
catcher,
through the zone. I have to think he
Buster.
was looking for something off speed, but he
Posey.
just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Stepping in now, Buster Posey. And so take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Throw over to first. And he just manages to get his hand in.
Ball
And
2.
that's too high. Ball 2. Too high.
3-0.
And it's 3-0. Joe Morgan waits on deck. Humphrey leads off first with 1 away. 3-1.
Count it 3-1.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
The batter,
Right
number
about now,
8.
the manager's questioning
Second
his
baseman,
decision to bring this guy
Joe
in. If you can't trust a reliever to throw
Morgan.
strikes, you can't trust him at all. We'll see if he
Your
comes to get him
attention,
sooner
please.
than later.
Now,
Seth
pitching.
Lugo answers the
Seth
call now, looking to get this one onto the ninth inning without any trouble. Joe Morgan will be his first assignment here as they'll face him with runners at first and second and one gone. As a look, now the pitch. As the
Count
first
1-0.
pitch misses to him, it's ball one. The 1-0 home.
Ball.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With two guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Now the 2-0. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
If he concedes the walk here, he's in real trouble of giving up a big inning. It's not all that bad yet, but dealing with the bases loaded will make it pretty tough to wiggle out of.
Set. Here's the 3-1. Sent out to straightaway center field. Griffey waits on it. He's got it, and there are two down now.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Michael.
Big spot here. First and second, two men gone, and here comes the clutch-hitting Michael Young. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Gets it to 4. You know that save situation's gone out the window. Don't tell me that.
Oh, it does. Oh, it does because, Hero, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a save situation. You sit and watch 8 innings of baseball, you get up to warm up for the ninth, and you're all ready to go. Thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and get me a 3-out save. And
put it second safely. As also off the play, a run comes across the score.
They're posting video numbers here. That's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
To plate now, Ronald Acuna. And the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. 2 home runs already to his name in this one, and we'll see if he could possibly strike again. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike. Second and third, 2 away. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus and making some good pitches.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as the side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and 2 men left on base. We're on to the ninth here in game 1. Los Angeles is on top here, 11-6.
Your attention,
Juan Nicasio comes on
now
from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. So now into the box is David Fletcher, who's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. High in the air down the right field line. Giving chase is Greed, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first down.
Now batting, the catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
So here is Kyle Higashioka. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
Man, he's making a lot of noise in this one. He's feeling really locked in at the plate right now. We used to have a saying in the dugout, anybody could get 2. There ain't too many guys hitting north of 2 bombs in the game in the big leagues.
And a slider tails outside for ball 1.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
Man, this guy's been locked in all game long. I don't know where that ugly swing just came from.
Skied into straightaway right. Green is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
The batter, number 7, designated hitter, Starling Marte.
Plate now is the designated hitter, Starling Marte. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. And now the first pitch. And misses inside with that one, ball 1. Nonetheless, and it's 1-1. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time.
2-2 to count. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. Pop-up now. Freeman. Foul ground. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Wow. Plenty of runs to go around in this one. Not a great hit to be a pitcher, that's for sure. These hitters look like they knew it was coming as soon as the ball was coming out of the hand. A wild game indeed.
To 6, the final score in this ball game. Los Angeles jump out to a 1-0 series lead. Mike Soroka is the winning pitcher of record. Chris Paddock was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Rockney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Here now is our final line score. First, for your victorious home team, 11 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the visitors, 6 runs, 7 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 55 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please Drive home safely.